Who is this? This is the moment.
Caitlin Clark and the revolution in women's sports.
Caitlin Clark is the star player of the WNBA.
The most popular woman ever in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark.
Karma has absolutely blindsided Indiana Fever president Kelly Krauskopf.
Why are you deactivating your Twitter account? Why are you hiding in the shadows? Why aren't you coming to the forefront and answering questions? Better yet, why isn't the Indiana Fever media asking the questions that need to be asked? Where are you guys?
After she tried to downplay the value of Caitlin Clark, the generational talent who single-handedly dragged her franchise from basketball purgatory into the global spotlight.
Nobody's been calling Kelly out of her name. It's been all basketball. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Do you not understand? You have the biggest thing since LeBron at your doorstep. And what are you doing with it? Squandering the opportunity.
In a recorded interview, Krauskopf compared her vision for the Fever to an enduring brand like Apple and insisted the organization cannot lean too heavily on any one player.
So this is Kelly right here. Kelly Krauskopf Twitter account. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. She's gone. She's gone. Y'all ain't controlling nothing. We got the power. We could quit watching, quit buying, and quite frankly, quit giving a ish about the Indiana Fever. And I'm telling you right now, what Kelly just did was a rude awakening to her future, bro.
That polished corporate phrase might sound clever in a boardroom, but it detonated like a grenade the moment fans heard it.
I cannot believe this. It's one of the worst looks ever in the history of social media sports fandom franchises.
Twitter Spaces ignited within minutes. Furious supporters replayed the quote on loop, pairing it with screenshots of half-empty Gainbridge Fieldhouse crowds from 2 seasons ago, when the Fever struggled to draw 4,000 people even on promotional nights.
Get somebody from the National Basketball Association involved in the Indiana Fever and leadership. And I never even thought about it, but hell, Larry Bird could be the president of the Indiana Fever. Or Mark Jackson. And then start it from the top down.
The collective message was crystal clear. Ignore reality at your peril, and you'll pay for it in real time.
If you're not putting the right players with Caitlin Clark, if you're not running the right plays for Caitlin Clark, if you're not coaching Caitlin Clark and the team better, that is what's going to build your brand that you want to create. That's what's going to build it.
Krauskopf's misfire landed at the worst possible moment. Clark has been fighting through a clunky motion offense that crimps her pick-and-roll wizardry, teammates who sometimes treat her like a decoy, and defensive schemes designed to run her ragged.
Yes, we have a foundational player in Caitlin Clark and Leah Boston, and we're going to continue to add to that. But I want this team to be the leader in the country, and a brand, an enduring brand, like Apple or something. And we have a real opportunity here that we want to sustain the growth and the interest level in the franchise.
Fans already questioned head coach Stephanie White's reluctance to structure sets around her star. With a single, poorly framed soundbite, the front office confirmed the nightmare narrative. Leadership is more committed to ego-balanced system basketball than to unleashing its marquee attraction.
There used to be a time where journalists and reporters heard what the fans were saying, and then they asked people associated with the team, what the hell's going on? I guess not here in the WNBA. But are we surprised? Somebody associated with the WNBA too scared to take criticism, and it's been all respectful, by the way.
National media pounced. ESPN panelists compared the blunder to the Bulls telling Michael Jordan they wanted to be bigger than Air Jordan while he was still winning scoring titles. Fox Sports Radio mocked the Apple analogy. Imagine Apple bragging about the iPhone, then bragging louder that they could survive without the iPhone.
And I remember them sending around a survey or something like that, and it was asking, if you what would make you lose interest in this team or organization, basically. And they literally had on there, if Caitlin Clark leave.
Rival WNBA executives quietly marveled at the self-inflicted wound, Because in modern sports, you publicly exalt your superstars, build rosters to complement them, and pray they sign extensions. Backlash migrated straight into the locker room. Sources say veterans approached Clark to apologize for the distraction, assuring her that players know who fills arenas and signs their sneaker deals.
And it's just so contradicting. Like, you're in your own way if you don't realize, yeah, you want to build this brand, this team. You want this team to be something that everybody gets behind, but you don't want to win games. Like, that's crazy.
Aaliyah Boston told friends the comments were mind-numbing, pointing out that her own numbers blossom when Clark is featured. The vibe is unmistakable. Players trust Clark's court vision more than management's brand vision, and they won't stay silent if leadership keeps missing the obvious. Karma's sting grew sharper when Indy dropped its very next game in embarrassing fashion, posting a season-low score while Clark attempted only 9 shots. Crowd microphones caught sarcastic chants of Apple offense whenever the ball stalled at the top of the key. National highlight shows spliced Krauskopf's quote over missed layups, turning the fiasco into late-night punchlines.
Caitlin, they were like, oh, Caitlin, people saying Caitlin's an angel. No one ever said Caitlin's an angel, but she became emotionless. And watch what happens here. So the coach just grabs her out of nowhere. And I'm like, I don't think there's anything too malicious in that. I don't know if there's anything too malicious. We don't know what's said, but like, you can't just grab a player.
The organization's bid to look visionary now looked downright delusional. Behind closed doors, player agents began circling. One veteran NBA rep tweeted that if Indianapolis doesn't fully embrace Clark, other cities will roll out red carpets, championships, and private jets. Translation: keep disrespecting your superstar and she'll explore every leverage point once rookie-scale restrictions expire. With a new national TV deal and expanded salary cap on the horizon, marquee players will enjoy unprecedented mobility, and management just handed Clark the moral high ground should she ever want out. The irony is brutal. Krauskopf's stated goal, building a sustainable league-leading brand, requires exactly what she undermined, amplifying the global icon already on the roster. Apple didn't shy away from the iPhone. It invested billions into perfecting and marketing it. The Lakers leaned into Showtime by letting Magic Johnson orchestrate every possession. The Bulls minted billions by plastering Jordan's silhouette on everything from shoes to cereal. History screams the blueprint: celebrate the miracle product, don't bury it. Instead, Krauskopf's soundbite felt like a preemptive strike on future contract negotiations, and executives signaling leverage, but leverage evaporates when public sentiment flips. Female athletes now wield social capital unlike any prior era, and Clark's following crosses every demographic barrier. When her fan base senses mistreatment, they mobilize instantly, and advertisers notice. Nike's marketing division surely clocked the uproar. So did ESPN, Amazon, and every potential sponsor tracking the Clark effect. Complicating matters, Clark's early shooting slump feeds talk show chatter. Analysts argue the front office and coaching staff undermine her efficiency by shoehorning her into motion sets rather than high pick and rolls, the very actions that obliterated NCAA defenses. Krauskopf's remarks validated those concerns, suggesting stubborn adherence to a system instead of adaptive support. Fans are not basketball illiterate. They watched Clark drop 40-foot daggers at Iowa and recognize misutilization when they see it. League headquarters hate PR crises that overshadow on-court product, yet they also know controversy drives engagement. The Fever inadvertently handed rival owners a cautionary tale in what not to say. Social teams for clubs in New York, Phoenix, and Los Angeles immediately posted subtle graphics praising their own superstars, quietly contrasting supportive cultures with Indiana's turbulence. Recruiters are already daydreaming trade packages, plotting how to accommodate a Clark megastar exit if Indy keeps fumbling. Will Krauskopf apologize? Insiders whisper that a carefully scripted mea culpa is in the works, something about words taken out of context and our unwavering commitment to foundational players. But the toothpaste is out of the tube. Modern athletes file away slights like these. Michael Jordan built dynasties on petty grievances. Kobe Bryant forged championships from perceived disrespect. Caitlin Clark, already fueled by Olympic snub headlines, just received another fresh chip for her shoulder. For the Fever, there is only one viable fix: winning basketball explicitly tailored to Clark's strengths. They must scrap egalitarian schemes and hand her the keys. High ball screens, quick-hitting dribble handoffs, wide spacing that unleashes her logo-range gravity. Let Boston feast on dump-offs, let shooters cash open threes, and let fans relish the star they came to watch. Execute that plan, and the controversy fades into a trivia footnote. Refuse, and the franchise risks becoming a cautionary tale of arrogance torpedoing good fortune. Locker room sources say Clark has remained professional, but noticeably more vocal in film sessions, pushing for tempo and spacing tweaks. Teammates reportedly appreciate the clarity. One rookie compared her guidance to having an on-floor coach who sees 2 frames ahead. That leadership only underscores how short-sighted Krauskopf's remarks were. Diminishing a player who elevates everyone else is self-sabotage.